Hypercane network shimmer on the screen, then dissolve into 6 boxes. The upper left is a satellite view of the cane, its cyclops eye now peering down on what the caption identifies as the Sino-Russian prefecture. A crawl at the bottom gives real-time updates on latitude and longitude, sustained wind speed, central air pressure, and predicted path for the next 7 to 10 days. Jake has always been fascinated by the storms. He can watch them for hours. I can't really blame him for his fixation. The hypercane network is the only thing we get besides the news that has any variety. The movies and TV shows are from the old days. By now we've seen them all 1,000,000 times. Westerns are my favorite because of the wide-open scenery and the horses and the crazy doomed love stories like in The Unforgiven. Jake gives a low whistle and settles back, putting an arm around my shoulders. I snuggle in, opening the top 2 buttons of my uniform where they pinch my neck. I turn my face for a kiss and get one, but it's half-hearted. His eyes never leave the screen. They all look the same to me, I say. The other boxes are ground views from unmanned weather platforms. Electa's wind speeds average about 450 miles per hour, with gusts up to 600. I see surging seas, airborne debris that flies past too fast to identify. When Jake turns up the volume, the sound is deep and eerie, like something alive. Then an ad cuts in. Synth guitars wailing our national anthem, and a montage of images depicting athletic-looking young men and women speaking rapidly to computers, belly crawling through caves, sparring jiu-jitsu style with lots of flashy aerial throws, and finally, marching in perfect formation down a wide avenue as crowds cheer from the sidewalks.
"Thinking about your future?"
a smug male voice asks.
"Think you've got what it takes to serve in the most elite fighting force ever to
blah, blah, blah. I need to sleep, I say, and he smiles and kisses the palm of my hand. Jake can go without rest for days and seem perfectly fresh.
Go. I'll wake you half an hour out."
The compartment is large by bullet train standards. Even in second class, you get 1,000 thread count sheets and a mint on the pillow. I'm so exhausted, I'd curl up on the floor without complaint. But after folding up my uniform and brushing my teeth, I take a minute to find the sheep again and fall asleep with the image of sunlight pouring through the clouds onto the valley floor. Jake gets me exactly 30 minutes before arrival. More strong coffee in the dining car, and then we're pulling into the station. The platform is crowded, but I see my father right away. He's a big man and looks even bigger in full dress regalia, with a chest full of medals and shiny black shoes. Jake gives him a salute.
"At ease, cadet,"
he says, and hugs me tight until my toes barely touch the floor. He summoned Jake and me for midterm break a week early, and I wait for him to explain, but he just takes my bag and hustles us out to the car. His longtime driver, Archie, nods at me and I nod back. Traffic is heavy around the station, the streets full of shoppers and people getting out of work. There's light everywhere. White, red, yellow, blue, twinkling in the semi-darkness. And it seems so cheery and full of life after the drab gray of the academy, like waking up after months of hibernation. We creep through the city center, then accelerate as the commercial district gives way to factories and hydroponic farms, the glow from their high-powered grow bulbs illuminating flurries of snow, which, of course, is also artificial. Apparently, people start to go crazy without any weather at all. In the first years after the transition, about 1/4 of the population fell into a clinical depression. A lot of them killed themselves. So the scientists invented machines that made rain and snow and day and night, and they created the network that lets us watch the storms, all 5 of them. After about an hour, we turn up the winding drive to my house. My mother stands silhouetted in the front door. She's small, like me, with the same tilted eyes and dark hair. She pecks me on the cheek and holds her arms out for Jake, who gives her an awkward hug. He's always a little nervous around my parents, and it's the first time he's been invited to stay for a whole week.